defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The run from the shotgun. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Tigers come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Caught in the backfield, it's Anderson. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short now. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. LSU right back to the line. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it. Oh, he's got some space. And oh, no, he loses the ball at the end of the run.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They'll send the back in motion. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
Wide open spaces. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Couldn't quite hang on to that one, and this red zone defense came that close to forcing a turnover. 3rd down coming up. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
He had all day to throw that. This offensive line knew coming into today their challenge was going to be trying to block up the blitzes and give their quarterback time to survey the field. He had all day to throw that one. unfortunately made a bad decision and throws it back.
Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Johnson looking to throw. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And he'll lose yardage on that return.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. They'll try the run. Not much room to run. Give him 1 to the 7.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He wants to go deep. Finds a spot in the middle. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
Defense is a lot about communication. Multiple wide receivers on the same side. I got to understand if this guy's going in, this guy's coming out. Not a good job by the defense with communication there.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Moore to the air. He'll take another shot here. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
That's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed and they were going to test him. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete on the right side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Power football with the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too.
Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got him in the flat. Touchdown, LSU! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive yards.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Moore will throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses up and down the field. Your opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense. And this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Direct snap. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here comes the option. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, this running back can beat you with a lot of tools. He's got speed, he can shake you, he can spin away, and now he shows you the stiff arm. That was lethal before walking into the end zone.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Whittington. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Send the tight end in motion. The toss to the outside. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Tight end now in motion. They'll give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out just how badly these little guys want to put their face in the fan.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Moore to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield. It's Hughes. Turning on the Jets. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll move the tight end. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Johnson looking to throw. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Finds a crease at the 20. He's loose. He's inside the 40. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he closes going virtually end-to-end, a 90-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Whittington. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Moore will throw. Here's a heat. And as he throws.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Taking it the other only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Lining up for the PAT. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Send the tight end in motion. Moore to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Hughes. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on fourth down? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to let it go. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He gets the two-point conversion, and we have ourselves a 13-point game. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Quarterback may change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Johnson wants to throw it. Pressure coming. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, the quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Brown. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines.
Turning it on. Got enough space. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Makes his way into the end zone for the deuce, and now they're within 5. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Well, he couldn't find any running room at all, and he'll end up taking a loss on the play.
Yeah, great discipline on defense, too, because if you're going to stop the option, you have to play assignment football. Everybody doing their job. There was just nowhere to go there for the QB.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Anderson. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to adjust the pattern. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. Gonna run it. It's Durham. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. Into the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They'll line up to go for 2. Working that left side now. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Moore will throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Stewart. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the 1st down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the 3rd. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Red pass, it's complete. Fighting off the defender.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They're dealing with a second and long. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Trying to pick up a first down. Moore to the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Stewart. It's a fumble! And this fumble bounces out of bounds.
And you start to get that offense going and start having success.
And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take a shot. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
The Ducks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Tight end trying to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He'll get into the end zone for the 2, and now the deficit is 5. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Johnson looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Durham. And the defense drags him down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And man, that is so frustrating for this defense. You got him where you wanted him. You backed him up on 3rd down. You knew they were going to throw the football, but they just couldn't stop him. They give up the 1st down, and time is running out. This defense is going to have to get aggressive.
Snap it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Unleashes one. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Great job by the defense staying aware on that play here late in the game with the lead, and the offense needs to throw the football. They're trying to make it look like pass before handing it off on the draw, but the defense wasn't fooled, and they make a nice tackle.
Here's the handoff. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
In a situation like this, it's all about confidence on offense, and having success early in the drive is paramount. And that's what you've seen. They've done a really good job here putting a few plays together. They've got some momentum. They've got to keep this thing up if they're going to go score.
To have any chance to pull this game out, they have to convert on 4th down here late in the 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Oregon! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Anderson. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Going to sling it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Berry. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. The quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Berry. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And this will be for the game. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this field goal attempt to win the game. Absolutely center cut. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights. And, David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking... Oh, the ball's out on the return. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession.